One of the most stunning revelations from Bob Woodward's new book, Rage, is that Donald Trump's former Secretary of Defense, Jim Mattis, went to the Director of National Intelligence, Dan Coats, and said, Dan, the time may come where we need collective action on Donald Trump, which by every reasonable interpretation, that is code for the cabinet may have to come together and use the 25th Amendment to remove Donald Trump. Bob Woodward's book also alleging that Jim Mattis saw Donald Trump as, quote, dangerous and, quote, unfit. And in a separate conversation recounted by Bob Woodward, Jim Mattis reportedly said to the DNI Dan Coats, quote, the president has no moral compass, to which Dan Coats replied, true, to him, a lie is not a lie. It's just what he thinks. He doesn't know the difference between the truth and a lie. So let's kind of dig into this at the big picture level. I'm guessing most of my audience understands it's not normal. It's not typical for multiple high-ranking individuals like the Secretary of Defense and the Director of National Intelligence to be talking together about, hey, we might at some point need to act to remove the president because he is unfit and he cannot lead. That is not typical. That did not happen during Barack Obama. It didn't happen during George W. Bush, although certainly George W. Bush did a lot of things that were absolutely atrocious and disgusting. This is not normal. Now, what do they mean when they say collective action? By every stretch of my imagination, it can mean one thing and one thing only, which is the potential use of the 25th Amendment to remove a president. Now, the 25th Amendment, it's available. This is a public document, as you know. It has 4 articles in it. The first 3 refer to other circumstances where a president would have to be replaced. For example, if the president is incapacitated for some reason, or if a president were to die. The 4th article of the 25th Amendment is the relevant one here in thinking about what Jim Mattis was talking about. And that 4th article of the 25th Amendment says that the vice president and cabinet officials can vote on the removal of a president. If the majority votes for removal, meaning the VP plus the cabinet, a letter goes to the leader, the Senate pro temp, and the Speaker of the House, telling them we have voted to remove the president. The president is then able to respond. If the president disagrees with his removal or her removal, in this case, his removal, the president can write a letter to the Senate and the House saying, I am fit to serve. And then both houses of Congress would have to vote. Now, in the meantime, if the vice president sends a letter saying, I agree that the president is unfit, until the House and Senate vote, the vice president becomes acting president of the United States. It's sticky and it's sloppy and it's convoluted. But the point here is Jim Mattis, the then Secretary of Defense, brought this to the Director of National Intelligence and said, we may need to do this. We may need collective action. That alone is one of the biggest scandals of the last many decades. The fact that this was a conversation that took place at the highest levels is completely outrageous and out of this world, a scandal. If the world made sense, Donald Trump would have already resigned based on everything that, well, actually, if the world made sense, Donald Trump never would have been elected. Given that he was, if the world made sense, the countless scandals that Donald Trump has been involved in would have led to a resignation long ago. The world does not make sense. And instead, we are faced with the very real prospect, not of Donald Trump's removal, but of Donald Trump being awarded another 4 years. And fascinatingly, there are Trumpists who heard this news that Jim Mattis was thinking, we may actually have to remove this guy. And some of those Trumpists reacted by saying, I told you the military was planning a coup against Donald Trump. Now, of course, Mattis is gone. Mattis was talking about this in his role as a member of the cabinet, happening to be Secretary of Defense. This was not a military action that was being considered. It's a cabinet action. But the fact that they will excuse anything, they will find a way to say Donald Trump is the victim here. Donald, billionaire guy born with a spoon in his mouth, has become, in the eyes of many of his followers and in his own eyes, the biggest victim, the most poorly treated man on earth. He would have you believe. It is truly amazing. And again, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm putting together my thoughts I don't think this is going to have any impact on Donald Trump, and we'll deal with that tomorrow. In the meantime, what is your reaction to these audio leaks? Do you think they will have any bearing whatsoever on the upcoming election? Let me know on Twitter, where you can find me at Pakman, DPAKMAN. If you are anything like me, you probably aren't thrilled with the idea of going into a doctor's office right now. And thankfully, there's a practical and affordable way to take control of your health and get personalized care from the comfort of your home. It's a service called SteadyMD. They're one of our sponsors. You take a quiz, you get matched with a licensed primary care physician who understands your health needs. You have a 1-hour video call with your new doctor. You establish a meaningful relationship with them. And after that, your doctor is available to you anytime by text, phone, or video chat. This is not a random doctor on call. Each doctor at SteadyMD has a limited number of patients, so they actually have time to listen to you. You get the personal attention that you deserve. They can do almost everything an in-person doctor can do: perform medical evaluations, talk to you about health concerns, send prescriptions to your home or local pharmacy, and anything they can't do online, they'll quickly set you up with an in-person provider to do, things like blood tests, as an example. You don't need insurance. It's only $99 a month with no other fees or copays. There are so many practical advantages to using SteadyMD for primary care, and it's also so much more affordable. Go to steadymd.com/Pakman to take the free quiz, see which doctor is right for you. I took their quiz. They matched me with a doctor who specializes in my particular health needs and situation. The doctor they gave me is a really perfect fit for me and my medical needs. There's no risk, no commitment to get started. Just click the link right underneath this video.